My name is Scott Porter. I'm from Boone, North Carolina. I'm an entrepreneur and have been fortunate enough at this late stage in my life to be able to acquire some things I've wanted most of my life, but wasn't able to afford prior to this time, and didn't have the time to enjoy it either. So now I'm trying to take advantage of that, and I went in search of a Cobra, and I did some research, and Superformance was actually a manufactured car as opposed to a kit car, and with background on the company and the like, I began to search and ended up buying a Superformance Cobra that was one of the earlier Cobras that had been built. Wonderful car, loved it. It had all of the characteristics of the original Cobra, but was actually improved over the original design. I think the frame was better, chassis was a better design than was in the original Cobra cars, which design is replicated in Factory 5 and some of the other kit cars, but not nearly as stout. And I had been to driving school many years ago, and I had the experience of bringing my car to the Shelby American Club event first and running at Virginia International Raceway, which was a great experience, and I enjoyed it very much, and I learned a great deal from it, most of which I learned was I needed to learn a lot more. So I proceeded to try to develop my driving skills, and at the same time got Olthoff involved in helping to develop the car, and Dennis and his father, with their history in racing, and in particular racing Cobras, they know so much about it that they've been able to produce for me a car which is competitive and fun to drive and reliable and so on, and I have a tremendous time driving it. As I came to know more about Superformance, and when they came out with the coupe, I started looking for an opportunity to acquire a Superformance Brock Daytona coupe, which Carroll Shelby ultimately licensed. And when I'm out in that car and people ask me what it is, I always struggle with an appropriate explanation, because there's so much history and so much background behind the car that it's hard to make it brief. So I always describe it as a Superformance Shelby Daytona coupe. People recognize the name Shelby, not so much Superformance, but with the explanation that Peter Brock, the original designer, was involved in the development of this car. This car is actually a new and a much improved car over the original coupes. People are always fascinated by it. It's pretty much either car is like riding in a parade if you enjoy that sort of thing. People will be waving at you and grinning at you. I have truckers honking at me from across the street and giving me thumbs up and the like, and so if you like that kind of thing, it really is, it's a joy, but the real pleasure comes out of driving the cars. And I drive my cars, both cars. I don't have them sitting in the garage. They get a lot of use. The Cobra is now essentially a dedicated track car, and I take it to events and drive in high-performance driving and time trial events with the car, and it performs very well, and people are always excited about seeing it run on the track. It reminds them of cars they may have seen a very long time ago running on the track, and it is competitive, and people enjoy being passed by my Cobra, I guess, as much as any other car that might pass them. The coupe is a fantastic car. I use it now as a daily driver in good weather, and don't mind being caught out in the rain and the like in the car. It is, I've had it since February. I've put about 5,000 miles on it in about 5 months. So that's a good bit of use. The car's reliable, it starts, it runs well, it performs extremely well, and it really is a joy. This weekend I had the first opportunity to take it to the track and run it, and it's just amazing how well the car is designed, and at speed how it settles down and behaves so well. So all of my experience with the Olthoff and with the Superformance cars has just been super.